Good morning, Aldrin, and to the viewers. Yes, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana has indeed approached the Free State High Court to challenge her arrest in Tanzania. In her papers in the court, she's saying that she was actually abducted from Tanzania by members of the South African Police Service. She also claims that she was blindfolded and she wants her detention at the Bizamacheta prison in Kronstadt to be declared unlawful. But with me, I have legal expert Thabo Molete, who is going to just help us unpack this affidavit that Dr. Nandipha Magudumana has submitted to the High Court in the Free State. First of all, it's an urgent application that she submitted, and she's saying that she wants to be discharged. What are her prospects of success?
So, the Constitution of the Republic is the supreme law. Now, if the Constitution says to us any conduct that is inconsistent with the Constitution is invalid, Dr. Magudumana is saying to us, she has been arrested by South African police services. Now, we all know South African police services only operate in South Africa. They don't have jurisdiction to arrest people in other countries. Now, in this instance, in her papers, she's saying that she was arrested in Tanzania by SAPS members. So that in itself constitutes an inconsistency. And remember, Dr. Magudumana, like any other person, has got the right to freedom and security. The Constitution says if your right to freedom and security has been curtailed or it has been cut because of unjust causes or unreasonably, then you have the right to approach the High Court and say, High Court, but my constitutional right, which is enshrined in the Constitution, has been trampled upon. Therefore, can you please, on urgent basis, direct the authorities to release me? So that is what Dr. Magudumana is saying. And from where we are sitting, if they can be able to demonstrate that she has been unlawfully arrested, namely that the South African police services, who do not have jurisdiction in Tanzania, arrested her, then that being the case, she would be released as in yesterday.
Then what happens after that? Will it be the end for her in this matter?
Not at all. That won't be end of the road. Remember, there are allegations of crime that Dr. Magudumana has committed. So if she's released, she can go home, but that's a temporary, freedom. The state can come back and arrest her and start afresh to say, but you know that you have committed this and the other offense, therefore we are arresting you. So she won't be free, but at least she'll be free for now, and the state can rearrest her and prefer these charges again.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about today, what is expected to happen in court. We know that it's closing arguments. What do you think the defense will be focusing on today?
The co-accused of Dr. Magudumana are appearing before this court, and as you are rightfully saying that the legal representatives would be, grappling with closing their arguments and convincing the court that, look, my client, the interest of justice, permit that he be admitted to bail. My client, when he's granted bail, he would not disturb the public peace. My client would come back and stand trial. My client would not tamper with the witnesses. My client would not destroy evidence. So, that being so, the magistrate or the presiding officer, if he is persuaded, then he can admit those candidates that are suitable. They can be granted bail. But there's another, class of applicants who has previous convictions, probably others, they have pending cases. So those ones, the court might be reluctant to grant them bail. But in essence, bail can be granted to some of the bail applicants, provided they satisfy the court and provided that the interest of justice allows that they be admitted.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. With what has been presented in court by the state witness, as well as the cross-examination from the defense lawyers, are they likely to get bail?
It's 50-50. There are those that whose role was very minimal. For example, by omitting to search a car which comes to the prison facility. Your role is very minimum, and the court can say, but this one can be granted bail. Alternatively, if one can say, but since my incarceration, I am losing, my life is deteriorating, my health is deteriorating, therefore they can be admitted to bail. But others who are healthy and who played a very vital role and who has some pending cases, those ones can stay put. They're not going to be granted bail.
Thank you so much for your time. That was Thabo Molete there talking to us about what is likely to happen here in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court today. Closing arguments. Aldrin, we see also that the mother of Katlego Bering, whose body was used as a decoy to assist Bester to escape from prison, is also here. She's just arrived at the court. This is the first time that she's actually making her way to court. We've tried to speak to her following the very initial interview that we've had with her, but she was not ready to talk, and she was not even ready. She had indicated to us that she was not ready to come to court, to come and see the people who were involved in her son's body being violated in the way that it was. But we see her today, that she's here. We're going to try to speak to her later on this morning and give you an update on that interview if it does happen.